So our first speaker for the evening, are you ready to learn presentation skills? In March, Carrollwood is presenting a 6-week Speechcraft workshop. It involves every member. What is it and how is it different from our regular meetings? Shirley will be leading a question and answer project from Pathways Level 4 to inform you on the roles in Speechcraft. So if we could, please, let's welcome our president, Madam Shirley Rowell. Shirley?
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, what do you know about Speechcraft? You know, in 2 weeks, we're going to be presenting a Speechcraft workshop. I'm here to kind of talk about and present that tonight. But first of all, I want to tell you a little story. When I first came to Toastmasters, every time I came, I learned something. If I sat in the back, I still learned something. And the main thing was that I showed up. Every week, I learned something from either watching or doing. Now, the first 2 years, I took on the role as Sergeant of Arms, and I carried a kid in every time, set up the room, took the room down, but I learned something from that role. And so the main thing is for everyone to show up and learn something. Now, there's another part of stepping up, and that's what I did. I was a Sergeant of Arms 2 years in a row, but then I stepped up into the membership role where I welcomed everybody when they came in the door and I made them feel welcome and I called on them. So each role teaches us something. Now, I never thought I would be in this position right now. And I will tell you that after 5 years, I'm beginning to feel comfortable. Some people come in and you're kind of nervous and, you know, you're shy. But if you keep coming and you step into positions, you will get confident and comfortable. Now, you don't want to get too comfortable. And in Speechcraft, we're going to be stepping it up a little bit and showing you what you can get out of it. So here is a chance for you to step up into Toastmasters skills and to be flexible when things go how they go, and hopefully seeing the fun in it and growing in your skills. So tonight I'm going to tell you a few things that you might already know, or maybe you don't. And at the end of my speech presentation, difference, I will have a question and answer period. So if you have any questions, and I may leave some ideas out so you can ask some questions about Speechcraft and how it's going to go and how you're involved in it. At the end, I will open up the floor for questions and answers. So Speechcraft is a workshop we're putting on for 6 weeks. You could go for 8 weeks, but I chose 6 weeks so that you can develop your presentation style. And also, hopefully, we gain new members in all this. So I'm going to share a screen and show you what the students are going to be able to, let me open this up, slideshow, here it is. Thank you. This is what the program is going to give our students. And I changed the word from participants to students, and I forgot on this one. Okay, so they will learn introductions, how to introduce someone. They will give 3 small speeches. One is an icebreaker. One is a speech on organizing your speech. The other one is to get to the point. They will learn table topics, and they may even be a table topic master at the end. They will learn evaluations and give evaluations. We are here to support them on that. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. So what's in it for you? In Speechcraft, we may change up the agenda to support the students. Have our members do presentations. Presentation is a little bit different than a speech. A presentation is here to inform you. So our educational moment will be an educational presentation on how to do and what is expected to do an icebreaker. You will be also evaluating the speakers, and we will work on our timing. So just as contests are supporting the contestants, the members are all a part of the program. Even though we go to a contest and there's the contestants to learn their speeches, if you didn't have the chair that put it together or the judges or the timer, it would not go as well. So everyone is going to play a part in the Speechcraft. Some of the roles are the same that we are doing, but all are to encourage and support the students in the class. So let's see, what are the roles that are the same? Well, that didn't work. I'm going to just put it up here. There we go. So the roles that you can sign up for is Toastmaster, the General Evaluator, the Timer, an awe counter. We will not have a grammarian, Table Topic Master, and presenters and educational presenters, evaluators, and speeches. Okay. I will be the coordinator. I will open and close the meeting. I will also be making agendas. So when you go to the Carrollwood agenda, you will not be signing in. I will be assigning roles for you on that. And you can read that so you can see the program, because it will change a little bit each week. And there are some of the roles are the same as the meeting. Speechcraft is a virtual program like Pathways. The good part is if you present, you can also have that presentation and evaluation as part of your Pathway program. You need to go on Pathways and look for something that fits that. You can jump around in some of your Pathway roles, but once you complete that, then you will get credit for that. We will have evaluators for everyone with speeches to give feedback. Now, one thing I will tell you is we have 4 people signed up, committed. We have a spot that's open. And what we will do with that spot is our new members that need to move on from like an icebreaker or another speech, we can fill that spot with our new member, and they will get credit and Pathways for that. So we need to be prepared and flexible. If we have a full role for like 4 people speaking and not enough time, then we won't use that. But if otherwise, we can have someone like Carrie or Vince or whoever wants to jump in can do the icebreaker role. So that way we're all moving forward through this program. Okay. The students all will be assigned a guide and who will be with them throughout the workshop. And they will be evaluated by the guides. You want to call them mentors, but really they're guides. And they're going to encourage them through their assignments, answer any questions. they will meet with them at the end of the program into a breakout room to answer any questions. And at that time, I will be assigning the roles for volunteers for the next session. The roles are shorter in time. So their speeches are usually 4 to 5 minutes, except for the icebreaker, which is 2 to 3 minutes. Evaluations should be shorter, a little bit shorter, but to the point. So everything is kind of going to fit in through the timing, and the table topics person will have to adjust to whoever is presenting. So I will be managing the agenda, but I recommend you to go and look at it every week to see, or print it out so you can see the timing. Okay, I know you have some questions. So at this time, I will take your questions. So I would like for you to raise your hand if you have a question. John Morris.
Hi, Shirley. First, I want to make an acknowledgement. I'm very, very proud of the fact that you're undertaking this project, and I think we will gain a great deal from it, and I congratulate you for tackling it. My question, though, is this. Could you tell us what the subject matter of the presentations will be, and also how much time will each of us have to make those Speechcraft type presentations?
Yes. So you want to know about the presentations and how much time is involved in it. Well, the very first session, John, we have a couple of presenters that will be doing a 5 to 7 minute speech, but the educational presenters will only do 5 minutes, not 1 or 2, but 5 minutes on the subject for the next week. The subject, the first week, we will have more of the presenter. Sean Forrester from the trio is coming, and we will have another presenter. We're looking for an icebreaker presenter. And I also have outlines for you to go by. I will be sending those to anybody that presents. So it's not like you got to just wing it. I will also be giving you an outline from the Speechcraft program. Did that answer your question?
I think so.
Shirley, this is Stefan. Thank you, John Morris, for asking that question. That was a good question. Shirley, so you're looking for people to help you to present the Speechcraft material. Is that correct?
No, it's not really looking to help. It's like we're going to be assigned different roles now. I can go into, if you want to know what the difference is in some of our roles, I could answer that question. And then you can talk to me about, at the end, what it is that you would like to do in the program. So first of all, the Toastmaster role is a little bit different in the fact that we will not have a theme at all. No theme, no word of the day. They will be presenting and getting the introductions to the next person that's going to be speaking. They also are, it's a very important thing that they watch the timing of the program. That's the difference with the Toastmaster role. General Evaluator, the first meeting, we will have a timer. The second meeting, we will have an awe counter because we're not watching the ahs for the students at the first meeting because they're not speaking. We will have no grammarian and no word of the day. The timer needs to understand the timing of everything. So that's an important role. The awe counter will be introduced on session 2 through 6. So we will have an awe counter on session 2 through 6.
Shirley, Shirley, do you have a handout that's going to have all this information on it?
No, but you know, I could do that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. So, and I will definitely send it to you. That's a good idea, Stefan. I really appreciate you saying that, because there are some people that are missing tonight for various reasons, and they need to know this information. Okay, table topics. We were not going to be going with table topics to the theme because there is no theme. So they need to be available to do interesting table topics. They will also call on our guest and the students. And I would always maybe call on somebody a little experienced the first time and then go from there. But they will be kind of short and sweet. So they will have to look to me. If I say that's enough, I'll kind of chat or hold my hand up or something with table topics, because we may have 4 people speaking, you know, in the thing. Presenters, I just went over that. If you want to learn how to do a presentation, I have the outline. The first presenter will be the icebreaker. The second educational presenter will be how to organize a speech. The third one will be get to the point. We will have time where we're going to have someone speak about how to evaluate also. There will be no voting. We're not doing who's best. And we will have breakout rooms. And that's kind of it. So any other questions?
Shirley? Oh.
Okay, I see Samaria.
Okay, Shirley, I believe I signed up to be the timer for this. Am I correct?
I don't know, did you?
I think I did.
Okay, so when you sign up for, let me tell you this. When you want a position in the Speechcraft, you check with me and I will sign you up.
Okay.
But if you tell me you want to do a part, then I will do that, because I just want to make sure you understand this is a little different, and I really am looking for a timer on the first session. Sam, you want to do that?
Well, first of all, I wanted to make sure if we're talking about the same thing, because I thought what we're doing, what you called me about was on the 27th, but now the Speechcraft you're saying is going on for 6 weeks? 6 weeks?
No, you don't have to be a timer for 6 weeks.
Okay.
You can sign up for each session, but I need for it to be clear to have the colors like Brian has. You know what I mean? If you got to be able to see them, you know?
Okay. But my next question is, for 6 weeks, it's once a week for 6 weeks?
What are you, I don't understand your question.
You're going to meet once a week like we do now? Like, right, this class?
Yes, it will happen at this time.
Okay. Okay.
Once a week. That's where the workshop is. Okay. And you're going to be interested to see how people grow and how you can be leading them in your parts.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And if you want to evaluate, because that's a good part too.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Anyone have a question?
Shirley, yes, I have
Don.
a question. This is Dawn.
Okay.
Just to clarify, are we doing it 6 consecutive weeks? I thought you had mentioned earlier that it's going to be
6 consecutive weeks.
Oh, okay. So you changed that. It's going to be 6 consecutive weeks.
Yep.
The second,
I was told.
Okay. The second question.
I thought about doing it every other week, but I'm thinking people will kind of like lose interest and they want to kind of just go through the whole thing. So
Okay.
And that's how it's originally set up, but.
Okay. The other question I had, you said something about the timer. I mean, the Toastmaster is going to be responsible for the timing.
No, we will have a timer like this for speeches.
Well, I thought you said something about the Toastmaster isn't going to be doing a theme of the day or a word of the day, but one of his or her important roles is going to be to manage the timing and stuff like that. And I wasn't sure what you meant by that.
Well, the Toastmaster's job is always to manage the time. So if
Okay.
the, let's say table topics goes a little bit too long, then he might just step in. Of course, I've been stepping in, but, or chat, you got to watch the chat and say, okay, this is the last.
Okay. Okay, now I understand. I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Time is the ending, and I really want to end with one little quote. And where did I put it? I didn't memorize it. Here it is, but it's important. This is by John Quincy Adams, and I want to leave you with, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, and become more, then you are a leader. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.